I know this video is going to piss a lot of people off, and that's kind of my intention. But it's something that must be said. And you can give all credit to this video to my boys at the 1400 Club. No shot at them, but they said something true last night. Need to talk about it. I want to read something to you. You know, last year's recruiting class of 2023, the top two HBCUs were Jackson State at number 30 and Florida A&M at number 138. In between those two was Navy, West Kentucky, UNLV. Do you think, honestly, no blue tinted glasses, no orange tinted glasses, can any of those schools beat Navy, West Kentucky, UNLV, or even Princeton? Let's go a little further. Below FAMU at 139 is Cal Poly, 142 Sacramento State, 143 Idaho, 144 Carden Ward, East Kentucky, Tarleton State, 150 James Madison, Yale at 152, South Dakota at 153. Hell, you want to go deeper? Texas Southern and Arkansas Pine Bluff both had a better recruiting class than Montana, Eastern Washington, Jacksonville State. Hell, Valley had a better recruiting class than North Dakota State. Do you think any of those schools could beat, or any of those schools would lose to HBCUs ahead of them? If you want to go deeper, we can. Kennesaw State, 175. Hell, Maine, 180. Let's keep going. Alabama A&M is tied at 180. Who's below them? Tennessee State, MIT, okay, whatever, New Hampshire, Morgan State. These schools, Delaware, which are ranked below HBCUs, and that's just taking off all gloves right now, people. These schools will murder most of these schools ahead of them. There's no way you can tell me, and I know Blue Bloods can back this up, there's no way in hell you're telling me Valley is as good as North Dakota State. There's no way in hell you're telling me FAMU is better than Montana. I'm sorry. All glasses are off. But that leaves the question, why? Simply put, now I'll leave a link right here and above. I did a video before about this. Montana State's head coach took less money. And yes, he did get the incentives, the Dion package, you want to call it, the booster package. But he took less money to pay his assistants more money. Southern University didn't do that. Most of these HBCUs, and I'll give credit to Coach Prime on this one, he said it. Are you satisfied with being an HBCU coach? We took it the wrong way, but it's honestly something true. We sit here every year and we complain about the lack of draft picks from HBCUs. And this is from a PWI standpoint, looking back at HBCUs. We complain about the lack of draft picks, but honestly, are the kids getting taught more from freshman on to senior? I'll give you an example. With HBCUs paying their assistant coaches less, like Southern does, a Uber driver, next time you go to the club drunk, your Uber driver makes more money than the defensive coordinator at Southern University. What defensive coach or up-and-coming coach would do that? HBCUs are paying pennies for their assistant coaches because they're paying dollars for their head coaches. And what are they seeing in return? Give you another example. Recently, we celebrate people like T.C. Taylor. We celebrate the return of Coach Dooley to Southern University, his alma mater. Let me ask you a question in the SWAC in general. I don't mean in the history. I don't want you going back to the Walter Payton days. I mean in general in the SWAC. How often in the last 2 cycles of coaching vacancies has a coach who's an assistant coach taken over the head coaching job? Because we have these coaches who are gurus, supposedly, and they give no credit at all to their assistant coaches. If the assistant coaches want to be there, they give them no credit, which means the coach who's getting underpaid, getting no credit for the hard work he's putting in. Why would I care about developing your recruit? From PWI's standpoint, looking back at the SWAC, you don't pay your assistant coaches enough or give them enough credit for what they do. So I'll take all the smoke because the proof's in the pudding. They are not developing the talent that you have. By looking at the recruiting level, you're in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, well, not Tennessee, but Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, somewhat, Florida. You have the talent, but you're not developing it. There's no way in hell North Dakota State, ranked 168, has more talent than Jackson at 130. And that's the truth.